Getting the big neck. I see you.
The what?
Big neck boy.
Hey, what did Tyler say? me and Flex in the Rolex. What the fuck did he say?
Damn, I don't even remember the freestyle.
We're looking for buff neck niggas.
I just know that he tried to make Flex like extremely comfortable as possible.
Uncomfortable as possible. You know what? I'll be honest. He was more accepting of it than I thought he was gonna be.
Oh yeah, because he was spitting. That's why.
If this was year 2000 Flex, I don't think he would have stood for that.
2002. What is this? We don't get down like that, New York.
Oh, I'm taking my audio up. Hold up.
Hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT 2.0 and AEW on the A Show Network. How we feeling?
Hey, let's get straight to it, bro. We got a lot to talk about.
Okay,
that's how I'm feeling.
This man said, "Don't worry about my day. Worry about
my
yours."
Day? You want to hear about my day?
Oh shit! It's been a week.
You know what I mean?
Nothing's happening.
I worked today. I took a nap. I went to the grocery store. I watched the AEW. And
all right, stop right there.
We're right here. That was my day.
After we record, Quan goes into his cryo chamber until it's Wednesday again.
It was Wednesday again. I promise you, nothing's happening. I was literally in a cryo chamber. We were snowed in all weekend. Nigga got a foot of snow. So
the coldest Miami days in a decade. So
y'all got iguanas falling out the sky. That's crazy.
That's normal, but like it was like it was like in the 40s, like low 40s for like, you know, at night. It was always super cold at night, but it was very cold. But you know what, Quan? Let's just get right into it. Surprisingly, you know, last week we were just like, man, there ain't really much to talk about. But now
literally 2 days.
Yeah, we have a lot of things that we could dedicate some time to. So, first things first, the Royal Rumble, man. How you feel about it?
Worst show of all time. No, I
agree.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Interesting show. Well, I'll run over it real quick because we got other stuff to talk about. But pull up the card real quick. Seth Roman. I loved the match. It set the tone. And at first, initially, I was mad about the DQ finish. I was like, that's dumb. Then the angle after the match, I was like, okay, I'm back in. My concern is, are they gonna drop it right there? I hope not.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they go on Brock Roman. So where does that leave Seth? I don't know. Well, there was rumors he's wrestling somebody else, but that other person is now gone.
Yeah.
So
I'll say this. SmackDown hasn't come around yet. Excuse me. So we won't know just yet.
Yeah,
but
we won't know.
For the most part, I think they're pretty much done with that. But if Roman addresses it, then I'd be like, okay, you might want to be locked into that. But keep going.
Women's Royal Rumble. There was some controversy with the finish or the winner.
Shit, no controversy to me. Everybody reporting it like it's the greatest thing that ever happened.
Ronda Rousey won. Everyone kind of figured. If you were online, you saw that she was there. I assumed. I didn't think she was going to be in the match. I'm not even sure if she knew she was going to be in the match. She didn't even have gear.
Yeah, exactly. This is the clear as day audible, and people are just acting. And people are just acting like, I don't know, man. It seems like, just silly stuff.
She's out there dressed like season 1 Daredevil.
She was dressed like yeah, she was, but she was also dressed like Pretty Deadly, just with a shirt on.
Pretty Deadly. She has a Pretty Deadly. I will say this with the better of the Royal Rumble matches.
Yes.
I had fun watching this. I love the cameos. I know people were upset that some of the legends didn't get a lot of spots, but honestly,
amen.
I wasn't really trying to see it. Like, I saw people upset about Melina. Like, you saw the split, you saw the entrance. What else did you really want to see from Melina? Keep it a stack. What you really want to see from Melina?
We saw, like, no disrespect. We saw it all. And
yeah, we saw what
she's
we
not
to see. She got the pop, she got the ovation, she got a big entrance.
She's like, she ain't coming back.
Y'all wanted her to go 25 minutes? I don't understand what y'all wanted for her to do.
And you know,
probably didn't want to do that.
And you know who did? Michelle McCool. She said, "Yeah, I'm with it."
Yo, they always give Michelle McCool so much time. All the Rumbles she's been in, she gets mad time.
Real niggas in the building, man. I would say for the legends that came out, I kind of have no attachment to them. So when they got eliminated, I was just like, well, shit. The only person that I was like, oh shit, was like Summer Rae, Alicia Fox, Bella, Carmen.
Cameron.
Yeah,
Cameron,
when Cameron came out, I was just like, that's fire, because we all had our Royal Rumble predictions or whatever we thought was gonna happen. And when Sonya Deville came out, and I was just like, why didn't you have her come out like after Naomi's, so she could get that little pop or whatever?
That's what I thought too.
And then they were just like, they added that extra spice to it, saying, that's Naomi, that's Naomi homegirl. I. And then and then instead of Naomi getting like mad heat, with Sonya coming out to mad heat, Naomi comes out to a mad pop, which is, isn't that what we want? We want to cheer for the baby face, right? Like,
yeah.
But,
so,
that's great. P brain, the WWE had bigger things, in store, and then whoever was the producer of that was really good. The men's rumble, if you just want to talk about that real quick.
Hey, that shit stunk. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 20 guys that came out, I did not care. They gave us no reason to care about those guys. It didn't pick up, I believe, till Riddle came out, or Orton. I don't know who came out first. That's when it picked up. But the first 20 people, I could care less.
Yeah. I will personally say the only person I was invested in for like half of the goddamn thing was AJ. So, and then
right, and then he got out early.
I was in there for AJ. I went up for Omos because I was just like, oh, like, what kind of moment that's gonna be. That's gonna be really cool. And then shit, man, it's a blur.
Can I read the order of the people who came out real quick?
Yeah, you can.
Look at this, right? So AJ Styles, the Shinsuke Nakamura started off. Cool. I'm cool with that. Austin Theory, I don't really care. Robert Roode, I don't really care. Ridge Holland,
there was a lot of tag dudes in there, and it's just like, these tag niggas are never like
Montez Ford, who I like, but we knew he wasn't winning that or anything close.
Exactly.
Priest comes out, Sammy comes out, I guess. Johnny Knoxville gets a pop. He got a pop.
Huge pop.
And he got his ass whooped. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
he took them hits.
I'm gonna talk about it on the Patreon joint, but yo, when Styles hit him with the blitz, I was just like, oh yeah, this hard.
You're working stiff, boy. Dawkins, I don't care. Almost comes out. He clears house. You care about? I don't really care about Almost. The big man spot. I've seen it.
I cared about it because at that point I was just like, there hasn't been an elimination in a minute, and I was just like,
he's starting throwing boys out.
Yeah, I was just like, it's getting pretty full in there for no fucking reason.
Let's speed this up. Ricochet, Chad Gable, Dominic Mysterio, Happy Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus. Don't care.
I'm saying,
Brooks, don't care. Madcap Moss, don't care. Number 20 was Riddle. That's when it finally picked up. Mm-hmm. So then the last 10, I don't know I don't know who put this together and said this is the order we want to do this in.
Apparently it was Shane.
Clearly. Then the last 10 are Riddle, I cared. Drew McIntyre, that was cool. He came back. Kevin Owens, I cared. Rey Mysterio, I cared. Kofi, it would have been cool if he didn't mess it up the spot, which sucks because you know what? I'll give him credit because I think that's he messed that spot up is a testament to how good he was the last 10 other years he's done it, because That's the first time, and he's been doing these spots since like 2010.
Yeah, it's like
so
he's
12
like
years.
he's like 20-0. Like it don't matter.
Yeah, so you know what's an underrated spot? I know real quick. The eliminate. It's not in the Royal Rumble. It's in what's that joint called? The first ever Andre Battle Royale. I don't remember that spot. Like he just tossed over the top rope, like over the turnbuckle, and he like falls backwards. Like his feet stay on the outside steps. It's
okay,
crazy. It's a wild spot,
and he does that before.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think they could do an interesting story with Kofi like fucking it up. Like they could do like a little something with that.
They might. But anyway, real quick, last people were like Otis, Biggie, Bad Bunny got a huge pop, Shane got a pop, I guess. Randy Orton, and then Brock Lesnar comes out, wins the match. Yeah, you know, the first 2/3 of this match. No,
I think that's why they had AJ in that bitch for so long, because they're just like, we about to send a lot of garbage your way.
They could have spread it out better. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I'll say that. Becky Doudrop, real quick.
I don't even remember the match, to be honest with you.
Great. Lesnar Brock. I mean,
it was more of
Lashley Brock.
It was more of an angle than an actual match.
I agree. I liked it.
I want a real match, like a real rematch though. Like I want them to go like 10 minutes maybe, and then I don't know how long they went for that, but
there's always
I want them to run it back.
Yeah. Since we went over time with that, this one is going to be quick. Brian Kendrick granted his release, signs with AEW, and is instantly fucked over with AEW. He was going to have a match with Moxley and got replaced with Wheeler Yuta. And I don't know if Tony Khan is going to rip up the contract.
He was probably on a pay per appearance type of thing anyway. I don't think he had like a official. He didn't get the graphic that said welcome to AEW. So yeah. I don't think he was official just yet.
I feel like, they had it, ready for when the match was going to start, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen like during the match. You'll see that Tony would have posted on the timeline.
Yeah.
Look, great. Look, and this is the doing of who brought the stuff up? Was it David Bixens's fan? That guy is miserable.
Probably.
That guy is miserable. That guy is miserable.
But
He's miserable human being. But you know what?
Good shit.
Good shit. Good job. Good job, Bix. That's all I got. The guy's an idiot.
I watched some of the videos of his like thing, just in passing on Twitter, and I thought, I'm sorry, I did. I was just like, oh, you were
wilding.
Like, you are a lot of people in 2007 when the internet
when YouTube started up.
Yeah,
when YouTube started.
When the conspiracy theories really started getting out there.
Conspiracy bag. He was hitting all the big ones. The
Illuminati. What is it? The Illuminati. Holocaust is fake. 9/11 is a sham. Osama bin Laden is.
I think he did Sandy Hook too.
He hit all the marks. Nothing was the truth.
All lies.
All cap.
Well, R.I.P. Bozo. How you get fired on your day off? All that good stuff. How you get fired by two companies in one day? That's insane. That has to be a record. I don't think anyone's ever done that before. That's incredible.
Cancel culture, bro.
He got canceled. All right.
Yeah. Moving on. I don't think this one really has much legs to it, but Keith Lee, Mia Yim, and a lot of other people are coming off their 90, 60, 30-day, whatever the fuck it was, long non-compete clause with WWE. And so
the chains are off.
Everybody just started to, like, they must all be in a group chat, or they were just like, oh, he's tweeting it, I should tweet it. Everybody was just like, I'm free. And they like all came out to the streets and was just like, I'm free. And then it was just like, who cares? Where are you performing at?
Yeah, I don't care if you're free, bro. You were never like imprisoned. It's so I'm gonna keep saying this. I don't know who's more dramatic, wrestlers or wrestling fans. This week it's the wrestlers. What are we doing, guys? Look, y'all got paid to sit home for 90 days. Y'all wasn't in prison. You was on vacation. You could hang out with your family, rest your body up, and you're getting paid. What is this freedom talk? niggas are struggling out here. You man,
I know a lot of people that would like to be in the prison you're in.
right? Me.
So
let me do that.
So cut the bullshit.
Cut the malarkey.
So it is what it is. And then also a lot of the people that are coming out of this 90-day compete clause thing, I do not care for. Lindsay Dorado, nigga, I don't care. Cross, I really don't care. His wife, Scarlett, I don't care. Keith Lee has to show me he still got it before I care.
I think he got it still. We're gonna see.
Exactly. I'm on a hashtag wait and see with Keith Lee.
Out of those names, who you think going to Jacksonville? Cross or Keith Lee?
Keith Lee.
Yeah, I think he is pretty much a lock. He could go to AEW. I'm not sure about Cross.
Cross said he was. I'm talking to all sorts of companies right now, and I was just like, yeah, MLW, you go. And I'm pretty sure Keith Lee and Mia Yim are going to be a package deal. That's going to be like part of their contract, and then like whatever.
Yeah, for sure
happens. Let's say Dorado.
He gonna beat your ass. You don't talk about him like he gonna fuck you up.
Grand Metalik.
Don't watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
You could go back home.
All right.
I mean, there ain't no ROH for him to go to.
All right. Just making sure.
They definitely ain't no New Japan to go to.
They ain't no do with him last time, so
yeah. You know. So moving on. So risen from the dead and speaking out way too late, Velveteen Dream goes on some podcast. I don't even remember what it was.
Couldn't even tell you the name.
Yeah, never heard of it. And if they're getting people like Velveteen Dream on the show, I think it's best I'm not get acquainted with them on this. So Velveteen Dream just talks about the whole situation, like, fire Velveteen Dream and all that. And if you're new to this channel, we, when it came out, we were just like, we're just going to call it, how it is. We're going to feel about some sort of way, and then we're going to do the thing. He got fired, and we said, well, the game's the game. And then when he came out with his little open letter saying that basically what he said here is that WWE legitimately did not find anything on him. Yep. The people that set this whole thing up, trying, the screenshots, these messages, all that, they were after him. This is a targeted hit, harassment on his career, yada yada, all that. And then he reiterates that again here. And once again, you're speaking of way too fucking late. You are stupid.
Yeah.
You wanted to keep kayfabe when your livelihood was on the line.
That's the thing I don't understand. That's the dumbest. It's so like, first of all, kayfabe barely exists as it is. I don't care what my profession is. If someone's out there calling me a pedophile,
that's
on the internet.
Addressed.
Hey, dog, I'm addressing that immediately. When Matt Riddle got accused of whatever he got accused of, he went online immediately and said, "Cut that! I ain't do that."
That nigga called his lawyer so fucking fast.
He said,
his lawyer tweeted out the paper. He said, "You can't fax it to me, right? You're not home right now. You got a screenshot of it."
They put out a press release. He went on video quickly. He said, "Y'all ain't about to do me like that." Mm-hmm. Now we know whatever going on with that. I don't know the situation with that. It don't even matter. At least he went out of his way to clear his way.
It is settled, and she apologized. That's where we're at on that. So yeah, I think it's a done deal. It's a done deal case. But this shit here, no,
yeah, it's too late. You did to yourself.
The whole they took food out of my mouth, or I'm never I'm scarlet lettered, like I'm blacklisted, yada yada, this and that, and it's just you let it happen.
Yep.
And I got a deeper plot for you. I think that the reason why he wanted to keep kayfabe so bad is because when he was coming out to Patrick Clark, niggas really did not care. he wanted to be Velveteen Dream so bad because his character was finally over. Niggas was absolutely fucking with him. He could not go back to Patrick Clark or whatever the hell his real name is.
Patrick Clark.
And now he has to live as Patrick Clark now because he was so obsessed with Velveteen Dream. Truly a sad story. And
he's a different cat.
And, you know, I had my, you know, doubts about the claims that were made against him and stuff like that. But shit, I ain't gonna defend yourself if you not. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna defend you if you not.
And you know what the worst part about it is? Not only him not speaking up made him look bad, it made NXT look bad. They were trying to get Triple H out of here, talking about, oh, they're covering up for this guy, yada yada. They know he did it.
He made the company.
He made NXT look hot. And then the fact they even kept him around for that long, they're better than me. I would have got rid of him so fast, man. Look,
but like you know, they said they didn't find anything or anything like that, and then it was just like, you know, we couldn't just like fire him out of nowhere. So budget cuts. I think the budget cut excuse.
It took too long to cut that budget. I'll say that much.
Yeah, way too long. I agree there.
Not only that, also to make it even worse.
Sorry, I was gonna sneeze. No, keep going.
Oh, I was like, not only that, to make it worse, he wasn't even wrestling good at that point. That nigga was stinking it up.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we do?
And I wasn't even gonna do the separate the art from the artist. It was just like, you know.
Because the art was bad too.
Yeah. And the last thing that we're gonna talk about here really fast is that he was just like, you know, as soon as I got fired, nobody was like talking about it no more. All those people that I harassed just disappeared off the internet and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, that's suspicious. You could have pointed that out
when it happened a year ago.
It like I do find that suspicious as well, but it's too late now. It's over, and of course that nobody's gonna be talking about it anymore because the goal is achieved. They wanted to fire Velveteen Dream. What is there to fight over anymore? They won.
Whoever did try to get him out of here, that was some devious work they did. I'll tell you that much.
And this nigga did not defend him, dog. This is an easy plot that they could have, you know, Velveteen Dream could have just been like, it didn't happen.
Dog, if I go on the timeline.
Here's the DMs, here's the texts, all that. And I remember just saying that I think that the fact that they said that they had more evidence for Velveteen Dream, and it was like never put out after that. I was just like, you know, you know, they would only post it on Twitter when he was on TV, and I was just like, hey man, maybe this is absolutely something you should go to the police to, because they do not play with children, especially in Florida. But
yeah,
it is what it is now. Hey man, I know the new slang that's going around is get that CDL, bruh. We need a lot more truck drivers out here, you know. But that's that on that. And then quick thoughts while I close my door. Christian says he wants to retire in AEW. How does that make you feel? I don't feel anything. So.
How does that make me feel? I feel like AEW's kind of retired him for us, because we haven't seen this guy wrestle in a long time. I don't know if he's hurt or what, but yeah, that's good for him. I'm just happy Christian's healthy and he's healthy enough to work when they actually do have him work. Good for him, man. I had nothing positive nor negative to say. Just good for him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good for him as well. Let's get into AEW.
On the next Fast Foodies.
We took your Cracker Barrel pancake breakfast, turned it on its head, did our own chef spin style on it.
Amazing. It's a taste bomb that goes off in your mouth. Join celebrity guest Chris Jericho on an all-new Fast Foodies, Thursdays at 10. Get cooking on True TV.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is a one match, one promo show. That's it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's all I got.
And it happens in the beginning and it happens in the end. Like once again, just like Beach Break,
a wish sandwich.
A wish sandwich. I wish there was a lot between the beginning and the middle. I mean, the beginning of the end of this match. is just 2 pieces of bread and like maybe some butter. That is it. Actually, no, fuck that. The bread is toasted at least.
Toasted bread.
So at the beginning of the show, we were supposed to get Moxley and Brian Kendrick, but we get Wheeler Yuta here.
Yay.
And I'll say this. This boy is bland. This nigga is bland.
Speaking of toast, this man's about as exciting as toast.
Yeah. And commentary was really trying their best, trying to, hey man, they have history. Moxie beat his ass real quick one time, and now he's gonna come back and get revenge. And it was just like Wheeler Yuta has literally like achieved nothing since Moxley's been gone. So they can't even be like, Wheeler Yuta's not that same guy anymore.
He's the same guy. He's the same guy from last year. Nothing's changed.
They couldn't even run that story because he literally has not done jack shit since he got squashed by Moxley.
He hasn't done anything since he's been signed. We're gonna keep it the stack. Also,
that's fine. But they could have did something in that in between when they were gone, and then really push that. Oh, he's different now. I don't think he's gonna get jobbed out like he did before. And and they kind of just
he didn't get jobbed out at least.
Yeah, he didn't get jobbed out because they just did it anyway. The story did not match the match.
Also, I don't know if you noticed it. Jim Ross did not sound like he wanted to be here tonight. He sounded like he wanted to be anywhere else in the world than in Chicago.
Because Moxley comes out, and then you get 3 dorks to come out, and then you get the biggest dork on Twitter. And all Jim Ross can say about Danhausen is he's popular on Twitter. A nerd that paid for the training. There is no accolades, bro.
Also, they also asked an important question that I also want to know. What did Danhausen have to do with best friends? Are they going to explain that? Are they going to explain who Danhausen is?
Nigga,
I'm still waiting for that.
When Jim Ross asked, hey, man, so what is Danhausen's affiliation with best friends? Tony Schiavone said, and then Schiavone and then Excalibur was just like, maybe we'll figure out soon. And I was just like, dog, they can't like...
AEW has a really, really bad habit of just assuming everyone knows who people are. Look, like I said last week, I watch a lot of wrestling. I don't know who Danhausen is. I know of him, but I don't know who the character is. What's he about? What's his motivations? They have to tell me these things, and they're not telling us these things.
During that brief, everybody was marking out for him coming out, and I was seeing everybody's reactions. I looked into it.
You do.
The guy's a nerd. That's it. He is a Venture Bros character. He is a nerd. That is it. There is nothing more, nothing less. I can't even say if he's a good wrestler or not because everybody just posts his stupid, shitty clips. He
only has like 2 matches on YouTube that I can find.
Dog, this nigga has nothing like. What is it? Stokely Hathaway, Malcolm Bivens. He is a manager. So him having no matches, that's fine. This nigga's a wrestler with nothing under his belt. And also, he can cut promos, dog. His shit not corny.
Yeah.
But how'd you feel about the match? Because I thought the match was just like, hey man.
Good. The match was whatever. It was a regular old TV match. Wheeler Yuta tried to go for the high risk maneuvers a couple times, and it, I think, cost him in the end. It was a fine match. Moxley looked really intense. And then after the match is over, a wild Bryan Danielson appears out of nowhere. He pulled a teleport. I don't know where he came from. And then
this
might be promo of the year.
This throw out Dan Lambert. Throw him out. Get rid of him because Daniel Bryan did it so much better. And then also
so much better.
This, if they follow up with this, I am finally truly invested in something in AEW. This will be it. Bryan Danielson coming out.
Best guys.
Daniel Bryanson coming out saying like, "Yo, we are the shit." we can change AEW. We can take all these underutilized talents, bring them under our wing, make them better, get rid of all the shitty champions we have currently. We can make a difference here. And I said, nigga, let's get it. Let's go. Moxley turns this down. He is an idiot because this nigga is going to do nothing of note in the next 4 months if he does not accept his offer.
Yeah, ain't much for him to do otherwise.
Because if he's not gonna beat Hangman, this is something that you can book for a very long time. This is not just a conquest for like fucking championship. This is a conquest to change AEW, and that goal can be very long term. So if Moxley does not take this nigga will have nothing to do by March.
You know how earlier I was talking about how Jim Ross didn't sound like he wanted to be here? His ears perked up when he heard that Daniel Bryan promo. He said, "Hold on now, hold on." When he heard call Luchasaurus, Jurassic Express, some dorks. I said, "Yeah." Jim Ross like, you know what? He might be onto something here.
He started tapping his veins when he said, "Nah, we got to get real niggas out here." And Jim Ross said, "Yes, nigga, let's go." I am all for this story and for this conquest. When Bryan Danielson said Lee Moriarty, like, let's take Lee Moriarty under our belt and take him away from loser ass fucking Matt Sydal, and the crowd went dummy.
They knew what it was.
Tony Khan, nigga, listen, let this happen, bro.
We ain't trying to see these dorks no more. I'm not trying to see Orange Cassidy. I'm not trying
like
to
these
see
niggas.
I want to
like
see
these
niggas
fight. These niggas are losers right now, bro. Let Bryan Danielson build them up and be something. So I'm looking very forward to that. Like I'm. When that promo came, outside of it just being like, you know, normal AEW slander, it was just like, this is clearly Daniel Bryan saying, like, we can truly elevate these guys. That is truly, you know, since they weren't really given the chance before. And I think Daniel Bryan has so much of a say in AEW that this doesn't even scream as a Tony Khan idea.
This is definitely not a Tony Khan idea. This is a Bryan Danielson, John Moxley idea. This had nothing to do with Tony Khan.
It might not even be, dog. This came from the heart of Bryan Danielson. He said
he meant that. I know he meant that shit.
That shit was real.
I know deep down in Bryan's heart, he's like, why do we have a fucking dinosaur as a tag team champion? I know who Bryan is. And then knowing Bryan, #knowing Bryan.
Yeah, and then when he said that these people boo me when I come out, but they know I ain't lying. I said,
what the meme say? Why are you booing me? I'm right.
I'm right. Dad nigga was talking that real. So hopefully they go through with that and, you know, do the whole damn thing. I don't know what this conquest looks like, but I'm all for it. I'm very excited waiting for this to happen. And then there's literally ain't jack shit. So we're going straight to it. CM Punk versus MJF.
Want to go first?
I'll let you go first because you said what you said. So,
hey, I know I complained about them talking for 5 months and not doing anything, but I'll say this much: it was a little overbooked. I ain't gonna lie, but I really, really like this match. I think this is the best CM Punk match he's had since he's come back.
I just want to raise my hand real quick. Would you say that they delivered?
Yes, I do. Actually, I really do. I do think they delivered. I think this match was very, very good. I love the pacing of the match. They sold, and they told a story within the match, which doesn't happen a lot in AEW. The whole selling of the knee, and then he couldn't go, especially, and then he took it the next step with Punk. For some reason, I don't know what made him want to do this. Do a Pepsi plunge. He ain't done that since probably like 2004. I know he gonna be feeling that for about a month. He ain't moving. If he can get out of bed tomorrow, I'll be amazed. That was wild. But yeah, this was a good match. It was long. You know, I hate AEW when they do long matches on TV because there's like 10,000 commercial breaks. But, you know, like I said about Bryan, Punk knows how to do matches with commercial breaks because he's worked TV for half of his career.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as disjointed. And when you came back from commercial break, they weren't doing table spots during
and you know, it's a good example of them knowing how to work a TV style. And for people who don't, when in the tag match with Death Triangle and the House of Black, they tagged Brody King in, and then they went to commercial break.
Right.
That's
a guy we haven't seen much of. Like, yeah, let's go to commercial right now. You know the difference. I keep telling people. I keep telling my friend this. He's a big AEW guy. I'm like, I know you don't like the WWE style and you think it's generic, whatever. But one thing they teach you really well how to do in the PC
is wrestle on TV. And a lot of these guys in AEW do not know how to wrestle on TV, and I don't think anybody's showing them that, which I don't understand, because you have guys backstage that have wrestled on TV for a long time. I think a lot of the agents and producers there just don't give a shit. They're just stealing a check. But is that all your thoughts on CM Punk and MJF?
Other than that, I really like the match a lot.
Okay.
Outside of I also like the false finish. I know you didn't, but I did.
Okay. I was gonna say I agree with you on a lot of points except liking the match, but I also would disagree with the false finish.
Didn't like the false finish.
I didn't like the false finish when it was MJF and Jericho, and I don't like it here. I do agree some of the selling stuff like that. The Pepsi plunge was really cool. When they started really getting I would say like when they started slowing down and wrestling like really you know, in on the mat, I like that part of the match. Something that I thought was really interesting that I pointed out, and then I was like, you know, monkey paw, and then they instantly did it, was these guys are moving a lot. Something, you know, that I complained about with Hangman and Bryan Danielson was they're standing around a lot, just standing. Not like nothing's happening. They're just like, you know, they're doing the I'm winded, so I'm just gonna stand. Make like not make
there no wasted motion or lack of motion, I guess, in this situation.
Yeah. So I agree with you there. But this match is sort of riddled with things that I don't like. So it's hard for me to say that I really enjoyed this match. I would say it's decent, but I can't say I really enjoyed it. Like, you know, the false finish, I was just like, just let MJF have his heat. Let it happen. And then you can stretch this out. You know, we got the match. So like, I can completely understand with like stretching it out for another, you know, blank amount of time, you know, till damn, that's a long time, but February short. When St. Patrick's Day. Well, they could just stretch it out till St. Patrick's Day.
I think Revolution is before St. Patrick's Day.
Then they can stretch it out. Then they can stretch it out for the pay-per-view. Does that?
Yeah.
But is that not crazy?
I mean, they still can with the finish they had tonight, though.
But I'm just saying, we didn't need two finishes to, you know, if we're gonna stretch this out anyway. But you know, I also feel like they didn't really have anything planned after this, so like I get it. But one of these finishes got to go, in my opinion. If we're still,
you thought it was too much. You thought it was too much.
If we're like you said that we could still get the rematch, one of these finishes got to go. Is that fair?
Possibly. I also think there's a possibility that Moxley, Brian Kendrick might have went longer, so maybe I have to kill more. I don't know what they were. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. That's a possibility. But yeah, I'm not mad at what you said. Those are all fair takes.
When MJF just started climbing up the stairs, no big spot, and then they just gently, they
he crashed him on the rail. He crashed him on the rail.
That's a big spot, Quan. Come on, bro. They ain't popping me.
Look, you weren't there for the Attitude Era. They fought in the crowd all the time. That's an Attitude Era thing.
I don't care.
I know you don't care. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna hit you. the way he could hit other fans. I'm just saying.
So yeah, they went up there, did I feel as if a bunch of nothing, and then they barely worked to get down the stairs. Like, I didn't think that they needed to climb up that high to do that spot. But they said for the $40 for the $40 tickets in the back, this is for you, bruh. And then
That's
did the
gonna be me.
crotching.
That's gonna be me. I might be behind the video screen. I ain't gonna lie to you. The way
It sting. What else? When Wardlow came out, I was just like, this is super unneeded.
Unless he was gonna turn and he didn't turn. They're still teasing this turn. So what are we doing?
That didn't need to happen.
Yeah, why are we still teasing this? Either do it or don't. We are what?
Well, like,
this is almost 2 years in.
So in my mind's eye, you would like, I wouldn't want MJF to win anyway, so they could possibly like stretch this to but like have CM Punk win and then let Wardlow pick the bones or whatever. That I would have been fine with that. I felt like, because I said they weren't standing around a lot as much as like Hangman and Danielson was, but as soon as Wardlow came out, they just started standing there. They were just standing there, and then and then Punk gets in the ring, and then he just starts standing. Yeah. Like, eye on the fucking prize, bro. Well, I know you don't trust. I know you don't trust Wardlow. I know you don't trust Wardlow, but I felt like Punk didn't really need to stand because the ref was going to get distracted anyway. So I felt like there could have been some motion there, but that's literally.
I did like how they Wardlow slipped the ring to MJF though. I thought that was cool because I didn't see the ad. I didn't see it live. I didn't see it till the replay.
I didn't see it either. I thought he just had it in his drawers.
No, that's why he stood there for a second. He just threw it. He like kind of like dropped it to him. Like they showed it on the replay after the match is over, and like Excalibur was like, "Oh, he gave him the ring." So
that's hard. That's cool.
And everything. Yeah. So I think that's probably why they stood there for a second. But you're making sense with the Punk part though. Why would he just stand there? But I got you.
This is the last part I'll say before we move on. For me, CM Punk is like, I don't trust Wardlow. You would want to get away from him. Wouldn't you want to get away from him? And then, as the ref is distracted with him, you don't just have Punk standing behind the ref. You just have him walk towards MJF, and then MJF just punches him in the dick, or then punches him with the ring, and then you can still get that finish. But besides that, like, I thought the match was decent.
I liked it a lot.
Sorry to hyper analyze this, but this is a big match, and I had big thoughts, and there's no other big topics on the show, to be honest. So it is what it is. I thought the match was decent. What star? How many? What's the rating on it, Cora?
Really want to hear it?
Yes, I do. That's why I asked.
I went 4.5 on it, bro.
4.5? Jesus.
4.5. I went 4.5.
4.
I really enjoyed that.
I would have went 4 or a high 3.
I was thinking 4.25, but I was like, you know what? I gave it a quarter of a star because Punk did a Pepsi plunge. I'm like, you know what? That popped me. The Pepsi plunge popped me, and the false finish popped me. So I was like, I'll put it up a star. So quarter of a star.
Let's say this match for me, it started with 5 stars, right? -1 for the false finish. Like another negative point for the crowd brawling because I hate that, and then like shave off a little bit for like Wardlow coming out, and then them just standing around. But him slipping the ring and not me seeing it, I would be like, okay, that's cool. I understand. I get it. I'm not gonna hate on that part anymore.
They could have cut it 10 minutes shorter too.
Not 5. I'll give it a 4. I would.
4's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. Quick hits, man. Hangman Page gives his thoughts on the Texas Death Match, and literally last week they said, "Hey, they got his thoughts on it already," and he was just like, "Oh, wait, what do you mean Texas Death Match?" And then he went like, "Well, I'm gonna beat your ass anyway in Texas. It doesn't matter." And then again, like he cuts the same promo here, but he's just like, "I don't give a shit. Being a parent is hard."
It is hard.
And I was just like, all right, man, but I don't know why they did. He cut the promo last week, but it was like not keeping the same energy. But when he said I had the child mushing peas, I know that shit had him mad, bro. And then what I find extremely stupid here is that Lance Archer is actually having two men talk for him. Not in a I don't even know how to describe it.
What are you trying to say?
Not in a Dame Dash kind of way. But I think it's very stupid to have two men speaking up for Lance Archer just for Archer to be like, nah, no, I don't have no time for this talk. And then go out and fight. Nigga, then what you have two people to speak for you for?
And, we're going to talk about it later, but one of the people we just saw 10 minutes ago, I don't see him again. Here. Yeah.
Why does he need two managers? That's so weird.
Especially because Jake the Snake is a great talker. What do we do? That's his best attribute.
And then one more thing before we move on is Hangman Page cool with Dark Order? Like, they don't feel the need that they want to help him with Lance Archer? Or since Lance Archer also doesn't have a stable, they're just like, nah, we can just do whatever. Like, is the Dark Order only needed when Hangman needs tag matches?
Not like Hangman getting jumped. It's one-on-one.
Archer's a big dude. So, like, I think you can emphasize, like, have him beat up the Dark Order a little bit.
Nah, he's the lone cowboy. No, Dark Order feud with Adam Cole now.
From one set of losers to another. Hilarious.
He got that inspired ass promo, and he's like, at the end, he's like, and I'm wrestling Evil Uno on Rampage. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he was just like, well, like, basically, he was just like, I didn't lose. My like record is spotless, and I was just like, oh, this is the I didn't lose because it was the lights out. But it's just like, we all saw your ass get beat, so it doesn't matter. And this is where the ranking is fucking stupid. Are we supposed to act like he didn't lose last week because it's not on his record?
No.
And then are we supposed to act like Britt Baker, won in that lights out match? It's not on her record. No, she lost that match. Oh my god.
Yeah, she lost that match. That's gonna be the heel thing now. For any time a heel is like a popular heel is gonna lose a feud, it's gonna be in a lights out match. That way they have an excuse to say, "Oh, well, we didn't lose on record, so it doesn't matter."
Yeah.
So spoiler going forward.
Yeah, lights out matches the Sirens. Stupid booking alert.
Yeah. So cool. We went from some group of nerds to another group of nerds.
Yep. That is the Adam Cole, bro. That is the Adam Cole story right now. But he's happy though. He's happy. That man went on Twitter. That nigga went out, dog. The tears behind that tweet, bro.
You know what? I'm not gonna joke on the tweet. Let's move on.
Chris Jericho is going to have a meeting with the Inner Circle. He did not like how Santana and Ortiz treated him last week. So we're gonna see how that goes.
They got a group chat.
Nah, he said we gotta have this discussion in front of everybody. How'd you feel about Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho? You said the match was really good.
It wasn't really good. It was fun. Like it was a good TV match. I'm not gonna say it was like a barn burner or anything, but surprised by the finish though.
I'm gonna say that when Ruby started getting offense, it didn't look too great, and they lost me. So I started watching the match that we were gonna talk about for Patreon. I'm not even gonna cap you down.
You gonna lie?
I ain't even gonna cap you down, bro.
You text me that. I was like, oh, we lost him. We lost him for the night.
Yeah, I'm sorry, fellas. You lost me. And then, what was the finish? And how did you feel? Or what do you think they're gonna go forward? Whoever won.
I don't know. I like beat or clean. Well, I mean, it was a distraction, but like basically, you didn't really cheat. Besides, Vicky kind of getting in the way. So I don't know what they're doing. Nyla's not gonna face Britt because they're both heels. So I'm not even sure who's
probably gonna prep her for Jay so they could defend the TBS title on TNT.
But they're both heels too. So unless somebody's switching up, unless they want to do heel versus heel, I don't think AEW has the cash. Also, but
AEW don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit, and the fans don't care about the women anyway. So
yeah,
it really don't matter.
They just want the match. The fans don't give a shit. No, AEW can do anything.
Can we get to this promo?
Yes. Sorry to hold you. So Dan Lambert and
it starts off with Brandy. Brandy's in the ring for no reason. Oh,
yeah. To say a whole bunch of nothing. She is doing the most generic, trying to get the heel heat, trying to, oh, I said the wrong city. Doesn't that make you mad? And then Chicago, mark ass Chicago, fell right into her palm. I thought you niggas was smart.
And I think they're the sympathy boo.
Yeah. And then I don't even know what she says, a whole bunch of nothing till then. And then Dan Lambert.
He didn't say much because Dan Lambert came out immediately. He was like, look, shut up. You're a woman. No one cares. That's basically what the promo was. That's what the promo was, basically. Yeah,
he said, shut up. You're a woman and your tits are fake. And I was just like, what? I didn't even know that.
Where is this coming from?
Ain't well, what Quavo said, man, ain't nothing wrong with enhancing it. It's yours.
It's yours. This is one of the worst segments and I've seen in a long time. What was the purpose?
Dog. Dan Lambert was just like, your titties are fake. Go back to being a mother. Your job title is, fake. You a hoe. All that.
Where's Cody at?
And then I feel like, there was like the plot was going to be somewhere. And then Brandy said, no, you actually hurt my feelings. So we're going to go, pseudo shoot on this. You're the team that you manage for UFC sucks. You should go worry about them as well. Ethan Page, nigga, we only signed you because we wanted somebody else. Then fire the nigga. Get the nigga you actually want. Is that not contract tampering? Saying that you want somebody?
I don't think there's tampering rules in WWE.
Or like in wrestling. That would be tampering in the NBA, right?
Definitely. That's all. That's a $50,000 fine immediately.
I thought this was a sports-based product, bro. Somebody find this lady immediately.
But the worst part about the Brandy's comeback was crickets. And then they were booing her, telling her to shut the fuck up for almost half the promo. It was not looking. I don't know.
And then also Brandy clearly being bothered and be like, "Oh, so y'all not gonna let me speak?"
Yeah, pretty much. What did Lambert call her? He called her ghetto Brandy. He called her something a little racial. He called her out.
He might have called her a porch monkey, bro. Called her a white man whore or some shit.
The white man's whore.
This promo was so stupid. I was just like, so is either Scorpio Sky or Ethan Page gonna get a match with Cody, or these people just gonna talk shit? And it turns out they're just gonna talk shit. And Brandy's gonna be facing Paige, whatever the hell her name is.
Paige Van Zandt. Who asked for this?
And I think it's so crazy, not to be disrespectful, but they were just talking about Brandy, you a hoe, your titties is fake, your job title is this. Then they're gonna have the chick with the OnlyFans come out.
What do you like? Hey.
What?
In all seriousness,
I don't care what they do. That's their business. But those being the stingers, and then they bring that out, is ridiculous to me.
Jericho and Lambert got to stop the slut shaming. This is in 2000, it's 2022. Cut it out. That's all I got. I'm saying. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
And you absolutely know when Paige and Brandy are gonna have a promo, she's gonna bring up the OnlyFans.
Oh, for sure, 100%. I'll bet my next paycheck on that.
We do not need that, man. We don't need this match, man. Jade has nothing to do, man.
Who asked for this, right? If you really want to do this, look, right? Jade and Brandy never had their match they were supposed to have in the first place. Brandy's on an 8-match winning streak somehow. I don't know how.
What do you mean how? She's on Dark with the Crazy 88, being on their ass.
So the match is right there. They have history already. They never had the match. Do the match. Like, what are we doing? It's right there. Paige Van. No one knows who Paige Van. People might know who Paige Van. I don't know who Paige Van.
I don't
the horny crowd.
I don't watch UFC, but you know the AEW faithful knows her for devious reasons. And honestly, I wish I knew her for her UFC stuff. Play some highlights, but all I get is you fuck niggas and you got OnlyFans every time she's on AEW. Like that's all they got for her. This shit's crazy, but that's it for AEW.
Thank God.
Ain't nothing else. So we're gonna go to NXT 2.0 that will be on Sci-Fi next week for 2 weeks.
Oh, I can't wait till people do the ratings thing for this. You know they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
you know they're gonna do it.
Vengeance Day. I want my title match next week. What did you say? Okay. I'll put down the bat. I won't hit you with the bat.
And a KR bomb for good measure.
All right. NXT 2.0. So Vengeance Day is happening, but Vengeance Day is going to be happening on Sci-Fi, which I was very surprised by. I hope people tap in, even though it's on Sci-Fi. Good luck saying, Vengeance Day, like ratings wise or whatever, but we don't. But I hope people tap in.
It could be a good show.
Yeah,
I think people are slowly catching on that NXT might be onto something. It's a slow creep, and I know these journalists are trying really, really hard to make this seem like NXT 2.0 is failing, but I don't think they've had a bad episode. I genuinely don't think they've had a bad episode.
They've had episodes where absolutely nothing happens, and I think it's only been like 3 of those so far since October. Like I think so. The first 3 episodes of NXT 2.0, we get the introduction of the men's division. Then the next week was the women's division. And then the third week was the tag team division. Personally, I thought the tag team division one was the weaker ones because, I'm not a big tag team wrestling guy, but those feelings may vary. I thought the introduction of the new tag team, the 2.0 tag teams were the weakest. And then I would say one of these shows leading up to Halloween Havoc was like whatever. And then like whatever was happening during like December or whatever, where they were just like phoning it in because it's the fucking holidays. So like it was whatever. Yeah. But at the start of this year, no misses. All really good main events.
Yeah, have you noticed the match quality is getting a lot better now? They're starting to get better. I tweeted it already, but like once they got through with all the world building and from the reset, they can get back to what they were NXT was known for, good wrestling matches, and we're here. There was 2 really good matches on the show, and it's unfortunate people like already made their mind up on this, but I kind of like it. It's almost like our little secret, like if you know at this point. It's how NXT used to be. Like if you ain't know it, like if you knew what was going on over here, it feels just like that. And
NXT 2.0 has that old NXT energy that everybody wanted, and then as soon as they got it, they no longer wanted it because AEW was around giving them all the bullshit that they wanted.
That and also
bullshit booking and then signing everybody.
Not only that, but when they announced that Vince and Bruce Pritchard were more involved in it, they said nope. Automatically, without knowing what kind of involvement they had, said no, that's it.
Also acting like they were never involved in the first place.
That too.
That also shit, man.
I don't know. Silly.
But I think they are doing extremely well. Let's start talking about the show. Let's start with the main event. Elgato del Fantasma versus Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Breaker. How did you feel about this match? You have notes?
I took notes this time because Lord knows. And of course, the one match I didn't take notes for was the main event. I remember liking it. Like we said last week, guys, we used to record the show 2 nights in a row, or like directly after the show, but we changed our mind because we want to have like social lives and our sanity. So we decided to just do it all in one night. And so I don't have the best memory, so I forget things. I gave it a good bet. Only thing I really remember from the match was the finish, which was who was it? Wild? Was it Wild or was it Mendoza?
Wild crashing through the table because Tommaso Ciampa pushed him.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy as well.
Slam. Yeah. Also, Raul Mendoza. Now you know me. I have been a Raul Mendoza believer.
I don't know. I don't even know how you like.
I have been a believer since day one. When that guy was just a jobber, and in them early NXT days, I was there. I saw the vision. That boy showed out.
2 of the weirdest stand things that you have, that's in my opinion, is the Grand Metalik shit. I don't get it. And Raul Mendoza. I don't know how you. Well, I don't know how
you Cruiserweight Classic run.
I did, but I just
went crazy.
I don't know how you just like fell in love with these dudes.
or
decided to stand,
bro. Because when Raul Mendoza was getting squashed, he was showing out in the squashes. The little offense he was getting, that shit looked good. I was like, I'm fucking with this guy. And then Grand Metalik, he just showed out in the I liked him in New Japan, and he showed out in the Cruiserweight Classic. I was like, I'm
I wish he won. I wish he won and not TJP.
I wish he won that too.
Because I thought TJP was so fucking lame.
It was weird though, because like after the Cruiserweight Classic, he was gone for like a while. Like they didn't have him. Like all the other guys kind of went to Raw, and he was just like nowhere to be found for like 6 months. I swear, he was gone for a mad long. Mm-hmm. But he was signed, so I don't. It was weird, but yeah. So he showed out in the main event. I liked his work.
Yeah. So we have a couple weeks till Vengeance Day, and so far, Santos does not look like a credible contender to me. He just looks like a jackass that's about to get a title shot.
Pretty much. I hope next week they get some heat on him. He needs something.
Dog, this man, no heat at all. This nigga
looks like a clown out there.
He is cold, bruh. Shit is embarrassing. But moving on, we have Diamond Mine versus Imperium. And I'm here with the Gunter, bruh. Gunter's live, bruh. The crowd really corny.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. They'll get over it. They'll get over it.
My nigga, you just have to accept the reality that the name change is because so they could copyright it, because they're not going to copyright this man's real name. That's all it is. And then you could say that WWE picked it, but Walter picked it, and he said he picked it. And you know what?
Nice.
And I think they're just going to do the thing that they did with Nikki Ash, where they're just like, oh my God, this stupid Vince idea. And then they're going to be like, they're going to say on Twitter, like, no, she had this shit in the works in a minute. And they're going to be like, Vince told him to say that.
Yeah, it's the conspiracy thing. Anything in NXT that is bad is Vince. Anything that is good is the wrestlers. Vince never does things good. It's always bad. And I don't know. Yeah, the crowd was corny. But besides all that, this shit was violent. And Roddy was selling his ass. Off. I thought he really hurt his neck at one point.
Mm-hmm.
The way he was selling, or his head, whatever you were doing.
When he does the thing where he goes like to ropes and was like,
he's like,
yeah, and I was just like, damn nigga, you good?
My neck.
Yeah, I thought the match was really good. Yo, man, the Creed brothers,
love those guys.
They next up, man.
They're winning the whole thing. They're winning that Dusty Cup. They have to.
I think it's very well deserved. They've been showing their ass out since they debuted. These motherfuckers are undeniable. And I think even when they the few times that they cut a promo, I thought they were actually decent.
Only one of them really talks though.
Yeah,
it's Julius. Brutus doesn't seem to talk. It's just like just Julius.
He seems to be the killer. That's why.
Yeah, he's a wild boy. The wild boy over there.
When he was in there. Oh, go ahead.
They remind me of the Steiners. Like I've been telling you how I've been watching like 97 WCW, 96, 97. They remind me of the Steiners. So it's crazy how much they remind me of the Steiners over Braun. Like
because Braun's not in their tag team.
I guess so. But like they remind me of the Steiners so much. One guy's the more talkative one. The other guy just the shooter, the bigger, stronger. And it's just like
when he was in there with the singlet straps off with Walter, I said, "Nigga, you are insane." That nigga was all for it, bro. I liked the match a lot. I thought it was really good. If this was our main event, I would have liked it a lot more. I would have liked the show a lot more.
Really? Okay.
And then moving on for a little other things. This is Dusty Cup stuff, but I'm just gonna pair these together. GYV are going to face the Creed brothers next in semifinals, right?
Yeah, semifinals.
No, this is quarter semis.
No, it's semifinals. Right? Yeah, no, this is semifinals. The first round was the quarterfinals.
Oh yeah, because the bracket's really small. My fault.
Yeah.
So that should be really fun. Looking forward to that. And then the theme, or like the thing that kind of transpired the whole episode, which we're really going to talk about, is Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose and Kaylee Ray. Gigi and JC, they came out and said that they were going to be defending their tag titles against Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada. That should be fun. My headphones weren't in when Indy and Parada had a promo or were like featured on the show. Did they say anything important about getting the title shot, or they was just talking about love things? Because it looked like a very horny segment.
It was a horny segment. There was a lot of them. They didn't really get to say much because they were like, "Are you ready for the match?" And then homeboy Brooks or whatever one of the Redneck boys,
they called
him, came in like, no, he was like, "Yo, how, like, I want to take Kaden on a date. What should I do?" I'm like, "Why are you asking them for?" It was
I'm saying random. That seemed like, yeah.
But and then she was like, Indy was like, "Girls like when you don't talk too much," and just the whole comedy stick of her and like homeboy Dexter Loomis. It was just a little promo. It was pointless, pretty honestly. So no, they didn't really explain too much.
All right, no problem. And then Kaylee Ray comes out. Well, JC and Gigi put their titles. They said they're gonna defend it, and then Mandy Rose starts talking her shit, and then Kaylee Ray comes out and is just like, "Hey man, your homegirl's putting shit up. What about you, bitch?"
Can I talk about Mandy Rose real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
I need more from her. These promos, I don't care. I understand that you're a baddie. I get it. I need a little bit more. I need some more depth. We get it. You're hot. Everybody wants to sleep with you. All the girls want your championship. I don't care.
We're gonna get to that in a moment.
We are? Okay. I just had to get that out because I had that in my notes. It's like I'm over it.
So Mandy and Kaylee Ray have like a little promo battle, and then Mandy Rose does the motherfucker. I'm hot. I'm sassy, nigga. You don't know my body. I was on magazines, nigga.
Well, I don't care.
And I was like, that ain't no. Hey man, on this show we were very hashtag accolades. Them ain't no accolades that matter. I'm like I was on like a swimsuit magazine. It was just like, yeah. So and then Kaylee Ray was just like, nigga, I'm the longest reigning UK women's champion. I would champion around the world, all that. Like this is the indie accolades, fucking towers and eclipses. I was on a swim, like I was on magazines. She used to be like Mandy used to be like a bodybuilder thing.
When she said she was a champion bodybuilder, so I'll give her that. But still, I don't care.
Like in 2014, man, like what?
Wasn't she in the Arnold Classic when they were going to Arnold Classic? She was in that.
Whatever. I didn't think her accolades were like crazy. And then Kaylee Ray chases them off, and then they go to the NXT parking lot, the infamous parking lot, and Mandy was just like, yeah, we're out of here. Gigi, JC, get in the car. And then
let's go, girls.
And then she tries to get in the car. It's like, hey, man, open up, bruh. And I was just like, you ain't got no car keys, nigga?
In the car already. It was already running.
Yeah. And then, I don't know how Kaylee Ray got in that bitch, but Kaylee Ray said, ha! Hit the, she hit the Barksdale, ran off with Gigi and JC.
Full on kidnapping. We don't know where they went for the rest of the night.
We back. Kidnapping's back.
Oh, look at kidnapping.
And then Kaylee Ray spins the block, comes back to the PC, and starts chasing Mandy everywhere. There was a segment. There was a segment with BBC, and she falls in Brett's lap. And Brett said, "Nah, man, let's go help her." Brett said, "I can't get up right now. I'm on TV, Brett." And if he would have said, "Brett, just tuck it into your waistband," this would have been an all-time episode of NXT, Brett.
Oh my god! Number one, I'm not calling that team BBC. I'm not doing it. I refuse.
Yeah, I ain't saying their full name.
You don't even know their names. You don't know their names.
Malik Blade, Malik Blade, and I don't know his first name. Anofe.
Good enough.
That's all I need. Partial credit on the answer.
Anyway, and then there was a weird food fight after that.
I didn't like that part. I thought
it was a very cartoony. This is a very cartoony segment. The whole show.
I feel instead of dumping the spaghetti on her, I would have had Mandy come out to the crowd one more time and then be like, "Bitch, fuck you. You ain't about to chase me all night. You want this match? You go get it." And then that would have been perfect. For me, at least. But yeah, that is
also,
it.
before we go further, cameraman was on some freak time.
Oh.
Why you zoom in on Shorty feet?
That boy was whoever the producer is on that truck, you a foot fiend. Toe Boy definitely was represented.
I gotta start questioning Shawn Michaels.
I don't.
Where he find Ali J from? Where he find Ali J from? For one, bro. She had about 300 YouTube views before this.
She's a local Florida talent.
Where Shawn Michaels find her? Where he find her at? You think he was definitely browsing on Explore page?
Nah.
So who this?
Nah, I'm not gonna say it was Shawn Michaels. Whoever had to whoever had to pitch this Shawn Michaels or whoever the fuck must have been wild, bruh. They'd be like, "You don't see her? You don't see her? You don't see her, man."
Sean, you know, if this was 95, you know what you would have did.
I want to hear Sean's reaction to her IG page, because when I went on there, I said, "Oh Lord." And then that is it for NXT stuff. Now we can get into Dusty Classic stuff. Nothing really happens. This is like a break before we start getting the finals. The women's haven't started yet. I think they'll be starting after Vengeance Day. And
seems like it.
We get Cora Jade versus Raquel Gonzalez. How'd you feel about the match? Because they will join forces later, and they agreed that they would be a team.
I would have loved this match if I could see what the hell was happening, but seemed like there was a wardrobe malfunction or something. And
there was a lot of there was a lot of
blacked out for half the match.
No, it was not.
Okay, it wasn't. This is the problem, right? When it wasn't blacked out,
it was blurred out for a very crucial part of the match.
And when they were on screen, it just showed Raquel's back because they couldn't show Raquel's front. So once again, I don't know what the hell was going on. So
people were
kind of hard for me to rate this match.
People were already scared of NXT 2.0 because they said it was all titties. God forbid there's actually a titty on TV, bro. They can't have that. You're gonna start alienating viewers. But nah,
get that together, bro.
I hope I don't know why. I think if it's for a wardrobe malfunction, I completely understand.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put on the shirt, Big Mommy Cool. You feel me?
Right? Come on, dog.
Put on the big shirt, or the booby tape.
You go to Saudi Arabia, her? You a crown jeweler?
I'm not saying give her the camp counselor tee. I'm just saying, because she does have that gear where it's like the bodysuit, right? Where it's just like it covers like the chest and like her stomach. So,
Cyrus, she has to show her back. That's her whole gimmick. The back has to be exposed. If there's no back, what is there for Raquel besides this? She don't even have her motorcycle no more. It's just back.
She has big muscles,
but she points out the back. That's her thing.
That's a very poor decision.
It's a nice back,
I guess. But yeah, I thought the match was okay. Cora Jade really bumping her ass off for most of this, and then kind of coming back in some sort of way. I think her comeback took a little too long. I think Raquel could have really shut that down real fast. But I guess since they had to fix the booby tape or the booby situation or whatever it could have been, we got what we got. But they're gonna join the Dusty Classic. That should be cool. Shit, we need teams anyway, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell it could be a 4-team tournament at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who they're gonna
have. So let's get into these quick hits, man. First things first. All you bitches overreacted.
Phew, crisis averted, guys, because there wasn't none to begin with.
Exactly. And don't try to take your little victory lap, because this is what it was always supposed to be.
They told you what it's gonna be.
Your little, outrage and did not change what was gonna happen here. And you want to know why?
Outrage to the viewers.
Just wait before I get and you know why I know this was always in the plans? Because she didn't come out in her old gear. It was new gear. It was always planned. You niggas was upset for nothing. Let it play out.
Also, she told you what was gonna happen. She said, I have this little star thing. It makes me a whole new person. Not once did she say, I'm gonna be a schoolgirl with a short skirt on. That never came out of her mouth. Not one bit.
So Saray returns from coming from the like she went to Japan for the holidays, and then just get her mind right. She was feeling homesick and all that, which is cool.
I feel
if your first time was in the States and you had to live in Florida, I'd be tight too. Especially Orlando. Yeah.
How about they nothing out there?
Yeah, there's only so many times you could go to Disney World, but don't tell that to Candice LeRae.
Robert Gargano or Zack Ryder.
Don't tell that to Tegan Knox neither. So she comes out. I don't know who she had a match with. I think her name was like Kaylee something.
I can tell you what it is. I had to go look it up. It was
Kaylee like Intake or something.
Kayla Inlay.
Okay.
Who I believe worked a little bit of a couple of darks before. Other than that, I don't know if she signed or if she just enhancement, but
most likely just enhancement, like they were here. I
think they don't really do enhancement like guys on NXT.
Oh no, I feel like they.
She probably signed.
I thought you meant AEW, but yeah, she might be.
Yeah.
Saray looks great. She looks
happy,
invigorated.
I love the entrance. The entrance is fire.
Yeah, the entrance is hard, and she kept her theme, which is fire. She has a two-tone hair. The bang is all colored.
I don't like it. That's like cheaply done. I don't know who did it.
Women's business.
It is very much women's business. I don't know. Look.
I'm not a big fan of it either. But it is what it is. I think her new gear looks really cool though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It gives me Power Rangers Super Samurai vibes. So I'm fucking with it. Yeah, that's about it.
I like Saray.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like I don't know who's going to be more. Who do you think could be more over in the next 4 months? Her or Wendy Chu?
Wendy Chu, because she's gotten so much burn already.
You know the thing about Wendy Chu is, I know people want to compare her to Orange Cassidy, but you can't because she's already better than Orange Cassidy. In two matches, she's already proved to me she's better than Orange Cassidy. I'm way more interested in this girl. And
you can't say she's Orange Cassidy because she doesn't do the lazy offense.
Exactly. So it's already people are going to compare. The characters are a little similar.
There is.
I will say that much.
Yeah, but there's pull up a dictionary, bro. There's a very much a difference between being lazy, which Orange Cassidy is. That's his thing. He lacks effort, or what he does is effortless in a bad way in my mind. He doesn't, put much into it until, it's time to.
Yeah.
But when he chooses, she really like to sleep. Don't you?
I do like to sleep. I took a nap today. I told you.
Motherfucker, she just likes to sleep. That's
And
it.
her theme's hard. Her theme is fire.
The theme is fire.
It had a little bop to it.
Orange Cassidy theme, not fire.
It's got a little bop to it, but I'm afraid of it's probably gonna get changed because it was just it wasn't even like a Def Rebel or whatever. It was like a generic song that was on YouTube. When I put it in the Discord, it wasn't like a WWE thing. It was like some generic song they found. So I hope they buy the rights to it or whatever, because that shit was hard.
And I hope they keep that too.
I hope they keep it.
So yeah, Saray looks fine. And I saw someone from Fightful was just like, so she's a schoolgirl and she puts this amulet and then she comes out as the Warrior of the Sun. What? And I was just like, that's nigga Sailor Moon, nigga. Like, what? They're trying to downplay it so hard, and then everybody was just like, no, what do you?
They were wrong because they were wrong. They don't want to admit they were wrong.
Exactly. They had to double down on not liking it, even though, or like not understanding what it is when it's a clear, like, it's the Power Ranger, Sailor Moon, just
yeah.
Very, Japanese cartoon, like transformation stuff. Like, it's not hard to understand, but they want to, make it hard. But that's good. Joe Gacy defeats LA Knight with interference from Grayson Waller.
You see what Grayson Waller did?
That shit was hard. The rolling stunner, goated, hard, fire. I love this motherfucking man.
I would say, did they show the full? I saw the full angle on Instagram. Did they show the full angle on TV?
Yeah, just a little bit on in the replay after the match was over.
Okay, I didn't catch that. I saw it on Instagram. I was like, damn.
There's also like a crowd, like a clip from the crowd where he does it. It's an insane shot. I'll link it to you. It's really good.
That was fire.
LA Knight is already talking about going up. So when he has his match against Grayson Waller's Heater, which
next week. I don't know his name. I don't know that guy's name.
I think it's Sangha. Hold on.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I don't know what that means.
It was on their Twitter page. LA Knight and Grayson versus Grayson Waller's Insurance. Oh, that's not it. Sarah Gunjar. That's his Instagram handle. So
it might be a real name. I don't even know.
So that's gonna be cool. LA Knight most likely gonna get beat in that match. Winnie Chu, who we already talked about, she had a match against Amari Miller, which this is just a little bit of testing before they put her in the real beater with the real beaters. And I thought this match was cool. I like Amari Miller.
They shouldn't have to. Oh, you talking about Amari or Winnie Chu? Winnie Chu been in NXT for like 4 years. Winnie Chu been in NXT for like 3 or 4 years.
Just new gimmick thing. It's 2.0 and all that. That's cool. And then Tiffany came out. I don't know what she did because my cousin called me. He loves to call me when I want to watch NXT. So I don't know what happened.
So basically, Tiffany gave Amari her credit card to like, yo, look, if you take her out, this is yours. And then at some point during the match, Wendy stole the credit card off of Amari Miller, and then Tiffany was like, hey, I want my credit card back because you lost. And Amari was like, I don't got it. And Shorty had it. She did a little dance with it too. And my thing was like, Tiffany's all upset. I'm like, why don't you just cancel the card?
That, and also, all right, real quick game. 5 things you think Wendy Chu would buy with that credit card. Go. 3. Let's keep it short.
I would think she would probably get like a heated blanket because it's cold in Florida right now. Some snacks. I don't know. The third one, make a little eye mask, but she already got one, so I'm not really sure what she would want. What do you think?
All right, 1, a bigger plushie, like one of those jumbo plushies.
What's some joints called? My daughter got them. I forgot what they call it.
I just call them.
Oh no, the one all the kids like, the Squishmallow joint. A Squishmallow.
Oh, probably. Yeah. I know which one you're talking about, but not like a really ridiculously big plushie, a Casper mattress, and not a heated blanket, but a weighted blanket.
Oh, a weighted blanket. Yeah,
it's starting to get warmer. It was like 50, and now it's like 70 today. So Miami's back to normal.
That'd be nice. It's about 20 out here.
Die. So that's cool. And then Draco Anthony has his debut against Andre Chase. I think this is a stellar debut for Draco Anthony. I thought he looked really good in this match.
Draco, he'd been working on 205 for like 2 months now, so I hope he's looking all right.
Man, shit, man, this is my first time seeing him.
That stomp, that Chase U stomp is so over.
That shit hard, boy. Don't play with my nigga, man.
It is so over. And he won the match. Andre Chase finally won a match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's his first NXT show. I know he won on 205, but I think it's his first time winning on the actual main show, if I'm not mistaken. Are they gonna change the name of 205 yet?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't think they were. I don't think they were planning on changing the name. I think they were just planning on like what they utilize it for.
No, Gacy like teased it though. He was like, "We're gonna get the name changed." He dead ass said it on the show, and it never changed.
Oh fuck. That is it for NXT. You can follow Quan on Twitter at the Comeback Spot. You can follow me on Twitter, Cyrus at Cyrus TWR. You can follow all the great stuff that we do on the network at the A Show RNC. And you can subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/the A Show RNC. And thank you to every single person that is subscribed right now. We have 100 subscribers, which means Meals and Justin have a date with the Hot Chip Challenge. Well, it's like the one chip challenge, hot chip, whatever. It's lit. We did it, fellas. You know,
you saw the Discord try to throw us in it. Like, what we gotta do
yeah, suck my dick. They're just like, yeah, man, y'all got 100 subscribers. Y'all gonna do the Hot Chip Challenge? Make Cyrus and Quan do it too.
No, oh no. I got me fucked up.
I'm not putting my body on the line for this. I ain't never coming back. So thank you for everybody that's a part of that. Shout out to the Rumble Pool winners, Douglas Christ, Petty for the public pool, and then shout out to alumni Chris Mack, and shout out to Big Tim,
friends of the show.
Yeah, friends of the show for winning it. They're gonna have their episodes as well. That's gonna be really great. Looking forward to all that, man. We have a bunch of new subscribers. I heard one of them is the Hall of Fame tier, so they get to pick whatever show they are on. And just a disclaimer, you would have to watch AEW if you're on this show. You cannot do half the show. You cannot do half the show.
And you got to record at 10 o'clock at night, so Eastern time. So that's the other thing.
And then,
but we'd love to have you on.
Yes, I'm just disclaimer. We're not trying to dissuade
you. Heads up,
but that's your requirement. You have to watch AEW. And we'll be having a special guest on next week because I will be going to go see my queen Dua Lipa at the BBC Arena in downtown Miami.
Idris gonna be there. Idris and Malik will be there.
Shit, if I see him there, the game, man. And if they there, Mandy might be there. So looking forward to that. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming on our Patreon. So if you didn't come for the Rumble pool, please come for the amazing content that is coming out. We have legendary runs that will be starting up. Batista, his 2005 run. We have spot callers. It seems like we're going to be doing St. Valentine's Massacre. I don't know which year, but it seems like we're going to be doing that one.
They only did it once. They were 99.
Okay, so that's winning the poll right now. We'll see what's the result tomorrow. Well, if you're a patron, you'll know for sure. And then we have the X8 Diary with Meals, where he'll be talking about everything leading up to WrestleMania 18. That should be really fun as well. Me and Quan are going to be, I believe, on the first episode.
Yeah, we're going to give you a little preview on Patreon because we're going back to 2002.
Yeah. So look forward to that. There's a lot of seamless stuff that's happening on the network right now, especially with our Patreon content. So please subscribe. We have a whole bunch of amazing stuff, and then you can always go back into our archives. We have all sorts of great spot callers in the past, Lucha Underground. You can see our Beyond the Mat review. We've done a bunch of ROH shows that you might want to tap into, and then we have the Evasion Diaries with Meals and a whole bunch of an assortment of guests. And for the final thing, we have, you get these episodes early with extra bonus content. Quan, let them know what's the bonus content for this week.
Bonus content tonight. We're gonna take a deep dive to late 2002. One of my favorite eras of SmackDown, the SmackDown 6 era, with Paul Heyman was writing, Stephanie McMahon with the on-screen GM, and she was looking fantastic during this era.
Yeah,
let me tell you,
this nigga horny.
Let me tell you, late 2002, early 2003, Stephanie McMahon, peak. So we're gonna watch Survivor Series, Los Guerreros versus Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit versus Rey Mysterio and Edge.
Yeah. So if you want to hear that discussion, tap into our Patreon. See you guys next week, and hopefully to see you on Patreon the next as well.